Hello everybody, and welcome back to Chapter Master, where, hey, that's not what I typed in. Lame. That sucks. I typed in Terra, and it gave me this crap. Anyway, welcome back to Chapter Master, where we're going to play as the Imperial Fists. Glory to the Primarch Progenitor, and glory be to Rogel Dawn. Praetorian of Terra, and the Stone Warrior. Okay. Ooh. Yes. Welcome to the Imperial Fists. I will create a bit of a guide on this at some point, but for the meantime, we're just going to go for a quick half an hour jaunt as the Imperial Fists. And we're going to go from there. Good. Phalanx. What company did I send down? Cool, everyone is sorted. Alright. 1. Imperial Fists. Imperial Navy. What is in position? Artifact. Interesting. First off, we need to go to recruitment. Let's just go full-scale recruitment. Because this is a half an hour video and I don't care about requisition so much. Speaking of requisition, what have we got? Power Spear. Destroy this Relic Blade. Destroy... Ooh, a Psychic Hood into a Fearsome Mask. Lightning Claw. Death to enemies! We are the sons of Rogel Dawn. We will not allow chaotic artifacts on board our ship. Ugh, vile heretics. 99% enemy forces destroyed. Oh, more demonic artifacts. Take that. Oh. More Terminator armor. Demonic entity. Apologies about this, it's just if the Inquisition show up during my playthrough, then I basically lost. So, gotta get it done now. Take that, demon assholes. We got you now. Wait, another Rosarus with demonic artifact? Plasma pistol. Cool. Anyway, let's send the Chapter Master himself down. This is the current Chapter Master of the Imperial Fists. For anyone thinking it was Lysander, then, you know, yeah, let's not piss off the Mechanicum so much. Yeah, if anyone thought it was actually Lysander, I'm afraid you were wrong. Lysander is only the captain of 1st or 3rd company at the moment, because he's such a stone asshole that he got most of his company wiped out. Which is an interesting thing of the Imperial Fists, because I equally like and dislike the Imperial Fists. I like their stubbornness, their stoic determination, their honor and their customs. I think that's a really, noble feature about them. But I also think that their stubbornness and, actions are also detriment to their overall quality as a chapter. I mean, I do actually like... As a Legion, I quite like the Imperial Fists. I like Dawn. He was an interesting character. So he bottled up his own emotions. He tried to be the Stone Man. Do what his duty commanded, no matter the cost. And I like the self-sacrifice spirit of the Imperial Fists. I mean, everyone calls them even more emo than the Raven Guard for their use of the Pain Glove. Which, it kinda is, but it also kinda isn't, because... I know this sounds a bit weird, but pain can be a very powerful motivating tool. And it's like, when the Imperial Fists put on the Pain Glove... put on the Pain Glove, they're basically subjecting themselves, you know, to their own bodies and their own things to all that pain. It's like they attach all the pain guard basically just, it doesn't hurt them. It just attacks their nerve endings to make them think like they're basically being immersed in liquid fire. And imagine someone who does that, you know, willingly for a minute, 10 minutes, an hour. It's like you cannot break the Imperial fists. Pain is meaningless to them because it's nothing compared to the pain they willingly inflict upon themselves. It's like how, I think I read it in a forum somewhere, how a guy described it as like the scene from the Joker. No, from the Dark Knight, where the Joker goes, "You have nothing to threaten me with," and that's what the Imperial fists are like, and I like that, and I like their siege mentality. You know, you got to have someone willing to man a barricade and a gun line, and their defense of Terra was exemplary. I mean, everyone gives them crap, you know, but they held the line on Terra while the Ultramarines and Dark Angels were busy off minding their own business and buggering about. Thank you, Prioris. You know, while he was busy mucking about. And the Imperial Fists themselves actually did quite a lot during the Great Crusade, you know, the compliance and stuff. All full attack. Imperial Fists, engage. So yeah, I really like the Imperial... Well, I don't really like the Imperial Fists, but I do like the Imperial Fists. In terms of first founding legions, it goes Blood Angels, Raven Guard, Ultramarines, Imperial Fists, Thousand Sons. So Dawn does have a good spot on the list. Pity he didn't have too many friends. I suppose it's his truthful spirit. You know, always telling the truth no matter what. And you know, always saying what he thinks, which doesn't, as from personal experience, doesn't really endear you to people. I found that whenever I open my mouth, people get fucked off. But then, once again, I always speak the truth as I see it. Yes! Enemy forces are defeated. Nice. We're gonna go for an attack. I'm gonna go for a defensive option, because that's what I should have been doing anyway, because of the Imperial Fists. Glory to the Primarch Progenitor! And I don't remember the rest of the Imperial Fist battle cry because it's too convoluted. Excellent. Enemy forces are defeated. Oh, Imperial Fists are making good work. Imperial Fists, also, it's not really much mentioned. I suppose it was more of a heresy thing. But the Imperial Fists were also some of the best... You know what, we're going to fight this out. Some of the best Void fighters that were as well. I mean... I don't really know how to control fleet battles in this game, but whatever. The Imperial Fists were some of the best Void fighters as well. I think they had the largest fleet in of any Space Marine Legion during the Heresy. I think they had like 1,500 ships, which is pretty impressive. I mean, by Imperial standards. 1,500 battle barges, strike cruisers, escort vessels, and things like that. It's pretty good. You ships suck. Shoot them. Go pew pew pew. Yeah, there you go. Hit them in the rear. Yay. All of our ships' shields are still holding. Void shields are going well. Although these two ships' void shields look like they're going to fall anytime now. No, we've lost a ship. No, we've destroyed a ship. And their two ships are being engaged. Come on, Phalanx. I know you're technically not a Star Fortress in this game, but you should pack the same firepower as one. Come on, hit them. Explosions, lances. This fleet combat's making me long to play Battlefleet Gothic again. Alright. Excellent. Yeah. Ooh, Orc Presence Extreme. Select all. Defense. We're gonna fight this one out. Glory to the Primarch Progenitor, and his glory be on earth. In the name of Rogel Dawn, we shall end these vile Xenos beasts. Just as our forebears have done. Just as our Primarch did. Just as the Emperor did. We will not back down at the threat of these vile greenskins. Yeah. Look at that. Boosh. Enemy forces at 51%. Imperial fists are at 100%. Still holding. Look at that. Enemy forces defeated at the loss of 1 Lexicanum. And we lost 1 suit of Mark 7 armor. His sacrifice will be remembered. Once more, defensive formations. Imperial fists, attack. Nice. I like the Imperial fists. They're not too bad. I like the Raven Guard a bit more, but Imperial fists are good. Except I've never been a fan of yellow as a colour scheme. Well, to paint, I should say, not as a colour scheme, I mean to paint. Because I can't paint yellow. Yellow's just a difficult colour to paint. Now we're going to send you, one company. 1 half-strength company of Imperial Fists. Gun them down. Enemy forces are defeated. Excellent work. The Primarch would be proud. What have we got? Else have we got to deal with? Yeah, just orcs and a few Tyranids. No Tau, no Chaos. All is well. All is well in this sector. Not really. Okay, there are Tyranids everywhere that people are not telling me about. Interesting. The Imperial Fists. The Realm of Man and the Imperium feels thin and tested. Okay. You must keep an eye for that then. It can only be the work of heretics and traitors. No orcs, no Tyranids. No Space Hulk. Nope. Good. Although there are Tyranid forces present. Heavy Tyranid forces. Imperial Fists. Attack. Or defend, whatever. Oh, what a pure battle. Look at the gunfire going off. Just imagine, the yellow Imperial Fists crouched behind barricades. Bolters firing, heavy flamers and going off. Barricades, crippling. Oh, breacher siege squads. That's awesome. I do like the Imperial Fist, Legion stuff. Like the advanced phalanx breacher squads, they're, Templar, unique Templar units. They're all pretty awesome. It's pity Rogel Dawn's rules for the Forge World book weren't that amazing. I'll be honest, he isn't really that strong a Primarch. Which is interesting considering in the fluff what Dawn thought of himself. He always thought he could kill Angron or take on, Horus without a second thought. But if you read the rules, he has a hard fight fighting against Corax or Gilliman, which I always find interesting because I always thought the Praetorian of Terra, Dawn, I thought he would have been, a cross between Gilliman and Mortarian stat lines. A solid tank with a good ranged weapon, an average melee weapon that's able to, take a lot of punishment and slowly dish it back out. Because I don't actually think Dawn ever engaged in a 1v1 fight with one of his other with one of his other brothers. Khan fought Mortarian during the heresy. Sanguinius fought Horus. Fulgrim fought Ferris and killed him. Corax fought Lorga almost killed him. He fought Conrad Kurz. Almost killed him. He'd never fought Angron, but he was close to fighting Angron. If he did, he would have probably gotten killed. Dawn, aside from Terra, the Imperial Fist didn't do anything really, did they? And Dawn never actually engaged in a fight. A fight with another one of his brothers. Kind of sad, really. It would have been interesting to see what he would have done against, like how he would have fought against them. Yeah, because Russ fought against he's fought against Angron, Magnus, and Alfarius. Although Alfarius bitched out and ran away. Yeah. It's sad that the Imperial Fists don't get much more recognition or, not screen time, but fluff time. It would have been interesting to see a bit more of them. I mean, I do like their rules in the Forge World books. And I like some of the fluff about Dawn himself. Although I think he could be a bit of a twonk. I'll be honest, dealing with that Remembrancer in that one Horus Heresy novel, and how he treated Sigismund when Sigismund chose to stay on Terra instead of leading the Imperial Fist Retribution fleet, was kind of an asshole move on his part. And the fact he nearly killed Nathaniel Guerra when he brought him the information of Horus's betrayal did seem like someone who was pretty closed-minded. Who knows? Only the minds of the people that wrote it know what the story is there. Inwit! Oh, we've got to go visit Inwit. I don't care if there's nothing on there. It's simply a matter of honor. We need to go visit Inwit. This is where Rogel Dawn came from. We are the Imperial Fists. Sup? Oh, it's an ice world just like Inwit. Oh, that is cool. You know what? We're gonna build you some more defenses, guys. Congratulations. Inwit 1, Ice World. Carry on. Keep making us more recruits. It seems like the Imperial Navy's just following us around. Denounce, you vile orcs. Do not care for your vileness. SDC fragment. Interesting. Tyranid presence. Extreme. Imperial Fist Fleet. Bombard. Excellent. We're going to go for a full bombardment on the sectors without Imperial citizens. Although, I think the Imperial Fists were the type to actually probably would bomb planets with citizens on them. I don't personally, because I'm in the Lamenter's mindset. But I think the Imperial Fists would do stuff like that. We would have to see. Tyranid presence heavy. Attack! Imperial Fists! Go! Also, another thing just interesting about the Imperial Fist, I just remembered this. Just because I'm doing this part before my chapter creation guide on the first founding chapters. But I figured I'd go through, each of them anyway. Just because it makes a nice, easy half-an-hour video that means I don't need to do too much extra work this day. But just on the subject of the Imperial Fists, I did find that their actions about the Edict of Nicaea were pretty fucked. For anyone who's not aware, when the Edict of Nicaea was passed down during the heresy that banned all use of librarians or psychers within the Legionary Astartes, Rogel Dawn imprisoned all of his psychers inside a special anti-psyker, basically prison inside the heart of the Phalanx and left them to rot for 50 years. Which, considering Terra, which is a bit fucked if you think about it. I mean, even Nathaniel Garrow actually, complains about it when he ends up on the Phalanx. I mean, come on, what? Sanguinius and the Ultramarine, Sanguinius and Gilliman and the Lion and all of them, they reformed their librarians back into chapter ranks and let them, carry on fighting as they you know, as it was their right and custom to do. The Alpha Legion, White Scars, World Eaters, and didn't give a shit, so they just let their librarians carry on anyway. But locking them all up, that seems pretty fucked. Even you'd expect that something from Angron or Conrad Kurz, not Rogel Dawn. I mean, you're lucky he didn't, like, shoot them all. Weird. How big is that fleet? That's 2 battleships plus a whole bunch of other things, isn't it? Oh, that's an even bigger battle fleet. Good. Lovely. Corruption, 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 none. Let us launch a surprise attack on this planet. For the Rogel Dawn and the Imperium. Hey, we meet at the exact same time. Wow, 18 battleships. One. Destroy. Wow. 18 battleships. You've got to be kidding me. That needs a bit more balancing, if I do say so. What else is there? Imperial Fists, Imperial Fists. Iron Cage Incident. That's always a topic people talk about. I didn't really have a problem with the Iron Cage Incident. I mean, it's no different to the Ultramarines going out in the Great Scouring, or the Space Wolves, you know, engaging in their massive purge, and, sure. Where is this world that they want me to go to, exactly? IRO something. They're usually not too big assholes that it isn't far away. Ah, Iron Helm. Okay. Oh, I can get there in 17 months. Yeah, so the Iron Cage Incident. I mean, the Imperial Fists had to atone for the fact that, in their eyes, they failed. Sure. They failed. You know, the Emperor died on their watch, Terra almost fell to ashes. They wanted to atone for it. And the only way they knew how to was through blood, through fighting. As I said, it's no different to what many of the other chapters did. Well, legions did, I should say. The mutants beneath Iron Helm 2 must be cleansed by fire. Okay. Purge, cleansed by fire. End turn. Purge, cleansed by fire, select all. Purge. Is that satisfactory? I don't really know. Is that satisfactory? Oh, completed. Okay. Now, Praetorian 1. Oh, it's over there. Well, why don't we head over there and call that a video? But yeah, I don't see a problem with the Iron Cage Incident. They wanted to atone for their sins, so they decided to atone for it with blood. That's no different to a lot of things throughout history, like our history. You know, people failing and atoning through blood. I mean, you know, samurai, when they fail, they, you know, commit seppuku, cut their own head off, or engage on, you know, a death quest. You know, that's no different. And they're not the only ones. The Space Wolves, you know, tore into the enemies and, you know, went on a massive killing spree. And, you know, basically bled themselves and the enemies after the heresy. The successor chapters, like the second founding guys, did a lot of that too. The Flesh Terrors didn't stop going around purging enemies and, you know, losing their men and the enemies, spilling their and the enemy's blood after the heresy. I don't know. I think, yeah, don't have a problem with the Iron Cage Incident myself. I think Petarabla was a dumbass for not actually pressing his advantage and killing Dawn, or actually, you know, destroying the Imperial Fists. He was just toying with them. You know, he knew he could kill Dawn and destroy the Imperial Fists at any time. He just thought it was hilarious. But he wasn't. And then when Gilliman showed up, he realized he lost his chance and was forced to retreat. That's why I think maniacal, you know, villains are always stupid. A real villain is someone who has common sense. Someone who you could see, who has a spark of humanity, who was once good. You know, who has common sense and logic. You know, Angron doesn't make a good villain, in my opinion, because he's a psychopath. Conrad Kurz, I find, you know, is a good villain because he does have, well, at the beginning, I suppose, he just still has a bit of humanity and common sense left that leaves him even, you know, even worse. You know, his point on the human instinct about fear is actually a very relevant one. It's easier to control humanity through fear than it is with, you know, niceness. It's just the human instinct. But, yeah, it's interesting. Oh, you have 41 months to complete this task. You keep sending me missions, Inquisition. I don't really understand it myself, but then again, you know, you are the Imperial authority, shall we say. Ooh, Neophyte Robert. What a funny name. ETA 5 months. Such a low turnout. The Imperial Fists actually have a lot of good recruiting standards. They recruit directly from Terra, so they have basically an exclusive stockpile for having neophytes. Quintarium. Where am I going? What does the Inquisition want me to do again? Quintarium 1 within 586 months. Okay. Second company. Go to Quintarian 1. Explore the ruins. Well, I knew that something was going to be in there. Hopefully it's not demons. Cultists and mutants. Wow, look at that. Ancient ruins cleared. Reload Marines. And what's that other world they want me to go visit? Orgola 2. O-R-G. 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 I wish the planets would light up that you had active missions on. Like, they would be green or something. Not green. They would be like, I don't know, pink or something like that. Oh, Orgola 1 is all the way over there. How many months do you want me to get there? You gave me 41 months, so call it 40. Oh, I have to end a turn, don't I? I have to select the blimmin' fleet. I might just end it here, really. I don't really see too much of a need to carry on, do I? 38 months. Bugger that. I'm not going to sit through that, and I wouldn't expect you to either. Apologies I wasn't so energetic on this part. It was just, this was more of an afterthought as I was doing the creation guide. I promise I'll be a bit more energetic for the Raven Guard, because they're my second favourite legion, and I'm going to have some fun playstyles with them, doing hit and run attacks and, you know, splintered fleet movements and things. So that should be cool. So, yeah, maybe not tomorrow, but the day after, possibly. Join me for the Raven Guard, and I'll see you all again then, I guess. Yeah.